Today's challenge: can we reduce pollution in Teesside? Can we increase our electricity production and then export more power to increase our profits? Will this lead to us going nuclear? If you enjoy my British build, please leave a like on the video and drop a power emoji in the comments below, and then grab a cup of tea, sit back and relax as we dive into Kettlewick. So last episode, we built this lovely park area called Teesside alongside what is now lovingly referred to as the River Tees, but it has a huge problem with pollution. So if we just come out of this view and take a look, yeah, these have had air pollution all over them for a long time. Now, initially, that was to do with these buildings that we had over here, the paper factory and the industrial manufacturing building that we put over here, completely forgetting about the pollution that would cause. And even though we've moved those, yeah, this still causes pollution. The gas power plant, if I could say it correctly. Look at that big red blob. Wind is going in this direction. I mean, it's gone down a bit, but it's not going anywhere anytime soon. And I think we need to rethink this little area here. I'm quite happy to do that. We are playing a game after all. We can call a mulligan if we wish. But what I'd like to do, if I'm going to do that, is think of it slightly differently. I'm going to remove the gas power plant. We are going to try and see if we can replace that with solar power plants instead, really going the whole hog on lessening the pollution. If we have a look at this one, ground pollution is medium, air pollution is medium, noise pollution is medium. Go to solar panel, no pollution at all. So I'm thinking if we can move those from this area, maybe to a spot over here, that could be a huge boon to the pollution problem. Then also I want to see how much money we can make and how much extra electricity we can produce and export. So this is what producing and exporting at the moment. So we'll have another look at those at the end. I might take a quick screenshot of those. There we go, excellent. And also if we look at the gas power plant as well, we'll notice it's costing us a lot of money because of all the additional furnaces that we've added, the maintenance and all the rest of it. It's costing us over $1 million to keep this thing running, let alone the petrochemicals for 145,000. So we could even, with the fuel plant that we have, ship out these petrochemicals, which will give us even more money into our coffers. If we go over into our production tab, down to the petrochemicals, here we go. So we're shipping out some of these. We've got a bit of a deficit, well, we won't have, but we can ship out even more and that will make us more money. Also with our, let's have a look, taxation, loans, budget, what am I looking for? Services, we'll get there at the end. We're still on 130% budget for that because we are making extra to ship out. But if I can get this service fee down, that will make people happier. If we look down here, they do complain a little bit about high electricity fees, which is this here. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, electricity is minus 467,000. I feel like I want another screenshot of that. There we go. So let's get building and see what we can do. Now we want to make sure that we can still produce enough electricity. So at the moment we're consuming 80, producing 420. Now some of that is going to come from other sources. I believe all the way over here, the landfill doesn't produce any. Recycling centre, I don't think that actually produces any, does it? No, it's the other one that does. So that's fine. So the only place we're getting this from is mainly the gas power plant. So yeah, let's see what we can do. So this is the piece of land. We're going to use Florence Junction at the moment. That will be renamed at some point. Now the difference in production, the gas power plant is 250. Then we've put additions on there to make it up to even more. These are up to 200. So we're definitely going to need a few of these. And they're big. And I don't know what additional options we get to upgrade these as well. So I'm thinking about purchasing this square here, maybe even a couple of squares along here. We have plenty of options available to us for map tiles. So maybe let's grab that one. Yep, we can afford it. That's fine. Purchase. There we go. Do we perhaps need another one as well? We'll work that out when we get there. Now for access here, we've got both of these roads are basically parking lot roads, so that's fine. We could just branch off of here with a straight up medium road, or even go down to a small road. I think that's more manageable and more perhaps expected for what we're going to build here. Let's just look at the size again. Yeah, so if I wanted that to flip round this way like that, then the road's going to have to come off the bottom to clip onto there. Okay, let's just see if we can do that. Let's just draw this one out. So we'll bring that down to a smaller road at 180 degrees. There we go. Thank you kindly. And then we'll clip this onto there. And I want to butt it up there, but with a bit of space for a road to come round as well. We do have some overlapping warnings. That's because these fields on this map, there we go, I'm going to put Anarchy on, have, let's just leave a bit of space, have some surfaces built in. So yeah, if we're using this map, you will need the Anarchy mod. I'm going to bring this one up round here. We'll go to there. We're going to connect into that at some point. I am liking the way this looks. We'll be doing a little bit of detailing on here as time goes on. So let's have a look already. What are we making? So it says power line not connected. That's our charge. Efficiency 113%, 226. So that is good. We can upgrade that. So that's a high voltage substation. So that will allow another power line to be added. Well, we've already got options for one there. Advanced tracking system for the sun gives you an extra 0 to 100, that's 75,000. And then battery backup, which we have at the moment anyway. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm definitely going to extend this road and add another one on. I'm thinking what we might do to sort of mix things up a bit. Oh, I've put a lane along here. Yeah, we'll keep that one. Let's just come all the way down here. I'm just thinking about adding one on, but facing it in the other direction, just to make things look a bit interesting. Let's do that instead. Yes, we've got the substation connection over here. That's fine. Don't worry about the trees in the middle. We'll get rid of those. Oh, we have a bit of a fire going on. Hopefully somebody's coming out to deal with that. I would imagine they are. Very good. So I think what we're going to do is we are just going to delete this gas power station. Yeah, we're just going to get rid of that. Let's get rid of it all. Let's do that. No, let's do that. Eek. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And then we can start, start connecting all things up and seeing how it's all going to work. So let's take a look underground here at what connections that we had. So we got a high power line. Yeah, so we had a high power line connection that was going into this. Was that actually going anywhere? What is that connected to? Oh, it's going to a line right above ground. That's okay. So we could actually go underground from here. Let's have a look. We're just going to bring that out the back, bring that along this square here, and then we could attach to that, which is good. And then we could actually do the same here. So we keep that underground and come straight out the back and then connect to there. There we go. So that means then we can get rid of this line here. We don't need that anymore. There we go. And we've got this one here, which is coming to, oh yeah, little substation. That's fine. There was a connection here that was complaining. Why are you complaining about? Oh, I see. That is literally connecting up to there and nowhere else. So we're not going to need any of these then. So that's good. So we'll get rid of those. Just making sure I've got the right one. Yeah, so that brings it in here. That connects to the city. Good. And then we are going to need to connect to a substation. We've got that one over here. So I'm just wondering whether we could just get rid of that line there, which means this substation could get moved. Yeah, let's move this one over here somewhere. And if we could just sort of add that onto the end there, that would actually work perfectly, wouldn't it? And then underground, that could connect to there. Make sure I'm connecting to the right thing. Looks like I'm connecting to the right thing. Yes. So they're all connecting outside for any extra power and now inside via the substation, via the road, all the usual stuff. I don't know what these ones are. Oh, they were little connections on the back. We don't need that. And is this not connected? Where do these go to? No, that is the question. So they go into another substation down there. I don't think I want these connected up that way, although we might need to connect to that substation. Yeah, okay, so what we're going to do is above ground over here, what I'm making sure we don't do is have too many connections going outside, because I just want to send my own power outside. I want these to run along here. It adds to the industrial effect of this area. And then I'm basically going to try and connect over there without using all of those ones. I'm just seeing if there's a good way We could do that over the top here. Let's just follow and see what happens. Stop jumping. It keeps jumping around. I've got snapping turned off. What I'm trying to do is just bring it down the side here and then connect to this one over here instead. So let's just try that again, or connect to that. And go across the top. There we go. So now that brings it through here to another substation, spreading out the power. So what you want to do is not have everything go through one substation. You want to spread it out around the place, and that is also going to attach to there. Excellent. So for those that don't know, the substations take the big power, make it into the small power. There we go. Technical terms. What I mean by that is the high power high power lines. They've got a max capacity of 400 megawatts. Then you've got the lower cables, the smaller cables. These are like the ones that are underground the road, underground under the road. So there we go. So hopefully now, I mean, I don't think for a minute we're going to be sending out as much power. Let's just... Production 870 megawatt. That can't be right. So that's probably including the one we just deleted. There we go. Producing 450. These are complaining about lack of power over here. Why is that? So this is all connected to the road. Oh, what's this over here? Oh, that's just a forestry hub area. Why are these all complaining about lack of power? So that is connected to this road, which is connected to all of this, which is connected to this road over here. I'm just thinking we could probably just put this underground there. And I might just even add another one there. That should solve that problem. Yeah, okay, excellent. So let's take a look at what we're actually making. Okay, so still consuming about 80, which is fine. Nobody's complaining, which is good. Producing 450. And now we're exporting. What was the amount before? Let's have a quick look at the picture that we had. Okay, so we're actually producing a little bit more, which is fantastic. Why are those in two different sort of colors? Oh, it's just the way they're facing, I think. That's good. So yeah, we're producing a tiny bit more, consuming a tiny bit less, and our trade, we're exporting a tiny bit less. I mean, that is absolutely fantastic. What about the cost of what we're doing? Let's just take a look at that. So go to services, go to the right one. Wow, flipping heck. Before that was minus 467,000. Now it's already a plus. So we could drop that down and have no service fees. So that gets rid of that one unhappiness point down there, which increases our happiness. I know we've got a load of people leaving. It just seems to be an up and down death wave thing. They'll come back, don't worry. And then what we could do is increase that even more. Can we export even more? Let's just take a look at what is going on. So exporting 390. For some reason, no. I'm just wondering now whether it's because we've only got this one connection going out, or whether these two are not connected together. Let's just have a look here. So they are connected together up here. These can only carry 400. They're not connected together down here to this line. And this line only goes down to there. So we do have, so another deactivated doohickey here, transformer station, which is where we were bringing power in. And as we know that these can only hold 400 each, I'm just wondering whether, if I make them any bigger, because you can go up like that. If you go any higher, does that make any difference? Or is that 400 altogether? I think it's probably 400 altogether. Yeah, so the fact that we're producing more, I'm just wondering now whether we can have an additional outside connection. All right, let's just go back to our money again. Electricity, let's just pop that down to, I mean, it's actually, yeah, it's 130, wasn't it? We were making some money. Let's do that. So I don't think that's changing how much we're exporting. Not really, no. Let's have another connection going outside somewhere. So we've got this one going up there. Let's run one like this way. And I don't see that as being a bad idea. We are going to have to... Have I bought all the tiles going up this way? I don't think I have. So I'm going to just sort of do that again. I don't want to buy all the extra tiles. We're just going to run these straight out. And we're going to see whether that makes a difference. Let's just come out of this view so we can see what we're doing. There we go. And shall we use the super duper large ones this time? Let's just page up and page down to get that. Why not? And let's just see. I think these can stretch a little bit further as well. Okay, so we've reached the edge, just trying to get that so it doesn't go over the rivers and things, because I've got Anarchy on. Let's maybe go to there, then we'll go over the top there, and then we'll go all the way to the end. 180 degrees, there we go. And then we'll just connect this one here as well. So here we're just going to go underground. There we go. We'll go from there into this connection here. And then I want to make sure... So that's going into there, and that's coming round to there. That's both of them all connected up. Okay, good. So that should work as well for exporting some more. Let us take a look. We're exporting less. Fantastic. Okay, so that wasn't what was giving us the problem. Also, we've got our battery charge, haven't we? Of course. So we're charging up our battery. There we go. Look, people are moving in again. Back up to 40,000. Let's wait until that fills up and then see whether our figure of exporting then goes up a bit more. Back in a sec. Okay, against all logic, it seems like that makes no difference at all. So our battery is filled, but that extra power that was going into there isn't being exported. We are exporting a tiny bit more than before. We were doing 381. It's 392. So the money that we're making is really from the lower cost of the solar panels. So I'm just wondering then whether we could still keep, let's go back into here, our power, our costs down here a bit lower. Oh, we want 130 before, weren't we? Oh, that's good. That's the road budget. Do it on 130. Excellent. Whether we could just upgrade some of these then and add some of these options in, and that could help. So we don't need the new power line. Advanced tracking system could give us an extra 100. What is that going to cost us? 75,000 a month. We'll do that one. And we don't want more battery storage. So let's do the same on here as well. We can always remove those later if we want. Excellent. Oh my goodness. 622. We've almost doubled the amount of power that we're exporting. So that was 380. That's 600, 760. Not quite. It's doubled. That is nuts. Look how much we're exporting now. So money is going through the roof. Woo! Whoa, man alive. Look at that. So if I up that, because the thing is with when you up the budget, efficiency affects the electricity output and the charging rate of batteries. So I think, might be a silly question here, 118% efficiency, 116. I think there's a point where, so 404, it's just like one of those things where you need to sort of fiddle with it and see. 657, but I'm going to just leave it like that. It's gone even better. That is amazing. That is amazing. And then hopefully this figure keeps on rising. We'll just keep an eye on that for a minute. Yeah, I think that's just going to go up and down. We've got like a lack of sunlight thing that was going on here. If we go to efficiency, for some reason, I don't know why, I don't think we've got much cloud cover. Nope, not a cloud in the sky. Oh my goodness me, there's the sun. So, I mean, that is absolutely brilliant. I'm just wondering whether we could just take out another square here and just go for another one, because they're really not costing us that much money. And we could sort of alternate these, you know, might even be able to fit in another two. Let's see what we can do. That's weird. It's not giving me a connection on this one. On the back here. That can happen sometimes for no reason at all. Yeah, it's doing an above ground connection, but not a below ground connection. Okay, we'll just delete that one and try again. Yep, it's done it again. I don't know why, whether it's anything to do with that road. I'm just wondering whether we could just connect above ground. We're literally right there. I think we'll probably be okay. So let's do that. Oh, I see. Look, I think it's already attaching to it because they're so close. It's just done it automatically. Okay, fine. Then we can just get rid of this. I added on an extra one down here, which we're not going to need. High voltage substation. Delete. Yep, that's fine. There we go. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that as well. Cool. Okay. Oh, let's go above ground again. Yeah, that's definitely connected there. Okay, excellent. So we'll do the same upgrades on these. Hang on, hang on. There we go. And that one. There we go. Brilliant. So that's 4 of those now. So let's just see what that is going to do. Hoping our export jumps through the roof. It does. Producing so much more. Money is going up. And the batteries are going to fill up as well. That is nuts. Oh, the cost. Oh, we're making less money now. Have we reached a point where it's not... Oh, hang on a sec. I think the rest of the city was losing power there for a minute. Are we all okay? Everybody fine? Yeah, chill. Okay, let's just let this run for a minute. I am wondering now as well whether we have reached our maximum. We've got 400 going out here, 400 going out there. The fact that it's actually 800 on the nose, we could do another connection out here. Let me just think. So we've got... We could just connect to this one here, couldn't we? If we go up and connect to that. Yeah, there we go. 90 degrees. And we'll just go straight out. There we go. So that's going straight out to wherever that's going. Doesn't actually say to the place. Nope, that's fine. So now that should give us another 400. Ooh, man, that's nuts. That is absolutely nuts. So that should be making us a whole time. I'm now wondering now we could have another connection going outside. Let me run another one. Yep, there we go. We've reached our limit. So 1370 is being exported out, which is just absolutely nuts. I think that is just brilliant. We're making so much money, and yeah, we could probably fiddle around with the budget and balance that a bit, but I'm just going to leave it as it is for the moment and just reap the rewards of these solar panels. Brilliant. So that is one of our tasks, was to sort out the power. What about the pollution? So this is going to take a while to change. Yeah, we've got rid of that big red blob that was here. Interestingly enough, this industrial manufacturing signature building, the fuel plant, doesn't actually have any pollution, but I do want to move that as well so we can make more use of this area up here. So I'm going to just pick of that, and we're going to move that in between these car parks over here. There we go. We'll relocate that. So that frees up this a bit of land down here as well. And then what we've got left is the landfill, and that's all part of the landfill. Oh, no, we've got the train station here, and the train station. What is that that's been added on there? Not entirely sure what this is, to be honest. Am I being a bit dense here? Yep, I was. Small train garage depot maintenance. No, that's the whole thing. Still being dense. Hang on. Oh, there we go. It's a hazardous waste collection point. Oh, so that must have gone with one of our other buildings. Oh, it's with the landfill, isn't it? It's an area of effect thingy addition. Oh, okay. Well, maybe then we could move that landfill. I mean, I wonder whether we could just move away from the landfills. If we're trying to lessen our pollution altogether, I mean, we could just go for an incineration plant. That's recycling centre. So let's have a look. I mean, it's a lot more expensive. This will produce some electricity. 3,000 a month. We could even get rid of both of our landfills. What's that going to cost us? $1 million, which is fine. And we can afford the upkeep. And that's just going to burn everything. What is the pollution on this? Ground, air, and noise is all medium. This is all medium as well. It's got 50 trucks instead of 20. We could go something with this. I'm just wondering, with our wind direction, I mean, this is a lot lower and a lot slower, whether we could extend out here and add it onto this section. Could we have a look at our squares? Whoop. We could purchase this square here, and this road could continue up. We did pop in a little roundabout here for trucks turning round. Thank you. But we could do something with that. Let's just get our normal road. Yeah, the roundabout's going to maneuver somewhere else. Whether we could just place the landfill up there instead. Sorry, the incineration plant. Yes. We're going to get rid of the landfill. How big is that? I mean, that is not too bad. If we go like there, and then what we could do off of this road is we could have that coming up to here. And then we could go full on parking roads down here for the incineration plant. I'd like to do something like that, give them a few extra. And then we can hook up the power here as well. This is going to go underground, and we've got power cables right there. There we go, to our network going in and out of the city. Yes, we're going to go for that. Definitely. So if we have a look at our garbage management, So we're processing absolutely tons. Landfill ability is absolutely loads. So we could definitely just delete this whole thing. It's gone. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. There we go. We've also got this recycling centre, which is only dealing with stuff in this area. Let's just come out of that. So you're only dealing with Florence Junction, Thornton Industrial Park, which is here to stop us having any issues. So I think we're going to just expand this area a little bit to take in all of that and all of this. There we go. It's got its own rubbish collection, which is this one. And then this is going to do the rest of the city. Let's just have a quick look in here. It's going to cost us a bit of money. I don't mind. 60 employees, bit of electricity it's producing for us, processing speed and stuff we can work on. So do I still need then all the way down here, this landfill? I'm thinking it's time for this landfill and recycling centre to go. Definitely the landfill. We're going to get rid of that. The recycling centre, there we go. I don't mind so much. That truck is like, where do I go now? But that is the only two landfills we've got. So if we have a look back in here again, landfill, yep, empty. But we can still process it absolutely easily. And we've got so many trucks, so like 50 or something. It was here somewhere. Here we go, 50. And then if we want to, what could we upgrade? Extra incinerator furnace. Well, we don't need that. So that's extra processing. Don't need 25 new trucks. Storage extension to be stored for burning. We don't need that either, but we can come back and have a look at that. So I'm thinking that is a good upgrade as well to get rid of our pollution. And wow, we're exporting so much electricity. So we have a look down here now at our pollution. Again, that was not that one, this one. That big red dot has gone, which is brilliant. It's over here, and technically that should only spread to maybe just past this bypass road that we've got here, which is Strawberry Highway. I didn't actually realise that figure sort of updated. It is going down. You can literally see it going down before our eyes. And then these guys and girls here should stop having any problems. Let's just look at our water. Make sure we got no water pollution. Yeah, it's not in that one, is it? Ground pollution is 0. Noise pollution, we have some. Water pollution, we have 0. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So these should disappear very, very quickly. So, yeah, now that we're making all the money, what is the other thing that these people are unhappy about? High taxes, high water fees. I mean, we're making so much money. We could drop down the water fees as well. We've got those at 120. Let's just drop those down to 100. So they'll stop. High noise pollution, well, I'll buy you some earphones or something. High taxes, we may adjust those as time goes on. Oh, what is going on down here? Oh my goodness me, an absolute ton of traffic. It's these people that keep moving in and moving out. We get like 4,000 or 5,000 move out and another 4,000 or 5,000 move in. And it always seems to be in this area here. By the way, that problem that we had last time, mostly fixed. I've had like one over here had a problem and this one that's got a problem. This one here. So I'm going to delete that and you'll see again, we've still got these hidden little bits in here. So yeah, still got this issue which we sorted out in the last episode. Well, I'll say sorted out. Come on. So I'm hoping... Oh, that was an autosave. A quick sip of tea. So I'm hoping that that is going to be it. We're going to grab this one here, plop that in. I don't need anarchy on, so I'm going to do it without anarchy. There we go. Everybody's happy. It's a level 3 out of 5. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm just going to wait a bit and see whether this pollution goes. I really hope it does after all of this. And now Teesside has got a huge new area that we can build in. We've also got this big area down here that we could build in a way that's like a buffer from all the industry that we've got over there. So maybe, again, we might get some fields in here, some forestry work in. We shall see what happens. But yeah, we'll be back with you in a moment when hopefully all this pollution's gone. Let's just take one last look. There we go. Back in a sec. And look at that, one swift trip up that house again to grab another cup of tea, and all the pollution has disappeared in this area. What is it actually down to? 4,000, whatever that is, and dropping. These are not complaining at all. Good. Well, they're complaining about the lack of police in the area. That's a problem we'll look at in a minute. But apart from that, that is absolutely fan-flipping-tastic. Oh, that police has been dealt with. That crime scene. Is there a police car around here somewhere? Or did the criminal just get away? It might have been that as well. That can happen sometimes. Yeah, we're not going to worry too much about that. Fan-flipping-tastic. So, yeah, making money, exporting power, getting rid of our pollution. Are we going to go nuclear? That was the other thing. I don't think we need to. At the moment, I think that is just absolutely perfect for this area. Our trash is still being taken care of. So let's then move to this piece of land and decide what we're going to do. Now, I don't think I do want to just fill it with fields. We've been at the sort of 42,000 mark for our population for quite a while. And I'm just thinking down here, as it is in between the industrial area here in Thornton Industrial Park and Teesside, that some flats or some, you know, lower cost places to live would be quite good in here. Is that massive big tall building is on fire? Oh dear, good grief. Okay, well, we'll see what happens with that as we go along. So let's clear out all of these trees. We're going to leave this forestry place over here, which is working away nicely. And we'll just look at this little spot here. Okay, there we go. So we've got a decent amount of space in here. Let's just see how we're going to get to this area. So off of the bypass, we do have this roundabout here, which at the minute is probably the way we want to get in because this is the quietest routine. Whereas off of this road here, that's leading into the industrial estate and then this main road that goes through the city. If you did want to come down that way, you could cut back up through here, down the highway and then in. But yeah, I definitely think this is the one we want to use. So let's just do this. I'm going to try and line that up in the middle there. Let's turn that one off. Yeah, there we go. Bring that one in. Yeah, I want it sort of straight with these as well, rather than straight with the roundabout, because the roundabout is at an odd angle. And actually, that works perfectly. We'll do that going into there. Are we going to connect that to there? We will, because there's a train station there, and we could have a few shops and things over here. In fact, this could be another supermarket, because the only other supermarket we've got is all the way over here. Yes, so this is our Morris's supermarket. So we could go for another one of them. And we've got so many people that live up here, and we're going to have even more once we get built into this area here. Okay, cool. So let's just remove the traffic lights. The traffic lights, we'll see what we're going to do there. Let's remove that road. So let's just grab our standard basic alley sidewalk. We're going to add in some car parks and things as well. I'm just sort of thinking if we can make this maybe something like this with some parking roads. What's that one there? 2-lane divided angled. I want to go for that alley like that. If we have that going all the way along here, we can then add some connections down here as well. Let's do connection there. Yeah, and then we'll do a connection up here. Yeah, that's fine. That connection then can go through. Brilliant, brilliant. And then we can build off of this. And that's a lot of parking. We can add some more parking as well. And then maybe off of these alleys is where we put the flats and the high residential stuff I'm thinking of. Now, I didn't really want to plop these. I wanted to try and, yeah, just zone them in and see what we get. And then I might use the Move It mod afterwards. Let's do this. We do have a lot of demand for high residential, which is going to go down very, very quickly. As you can see, before it's even got to zone this one, it's gone down. And that's, oh, there we go. It's coming in. All right. So that's going to get us for 7 buildings in close proximity to each other. Let's grab another one there. See how that goes. And we could go for some medium residential stuff. We'll let that grow in, and then we'll do a bit of maneuvering. Let's have a look at our signature buildings. Now, we're not going to be able to get the Morrisons again. I don't think. I think it only gives it to you once. Yeah. Morris's. Sorry, Morris's. Don't want to get sued. So if we go more, there we go. Morris's supermarket. How big is that? Yeah, that could be brilliant. So we could pop that in here, right opposite the train station, right by the new high density residential area. Again, I'm thinking here of some sort of car park option. Let's just get one of our large roads coming in like that. Then we're going to turn that into, don't want it angled parking. Let's just get that in the middle. Just get that in the middle. There we go. Angled parking at the front. Get a load down the side as well. Is that big enough to fit in? Have I taken up all the space? Morrissey's. Yep, that's fine. So the car park sort of goes around like that. So I didn't really do that very straight, did I? Don't worry about the trees in Ward. We'll get those in a minute. Yeah, there we go. Going to go up around the side like that. So it's got that parking. It's got this parking. Then we've got, yeah, people are coming up and down here. The trucks for deliveries, aren't they? So let's just pick a pick of that. Let's try that again. I want to actually pick a pick of that. And I'm going to, yeah, we're going to get that one off there. We're going to upgrade that bit. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll delete that. There we go. So the trucks can have unimpeded access in there. Then we've got the car park for the rest. And then we could do a little bit of zoning of UK shops along here. I'm just thinking what's going to be the best way to do it. Well, we could just literally zone them along the front. Or we could try and get some larger ones in and go for 2 blocks, or maybe something a bit different behind. I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll go low density commercial, mixed housing. Yeah, that's the one I want. And I want to get that along the front. So that means we need to remove the zoning off of that road. So let's grab our zoning tool. If you don't know how to use this one, it took me a while to work it out. So you click the zoning tool. It will now do what it says there, which at the minute is zoning on all sides. So if you click on this road, if you notice I'm hovering, nothing happens. If you turn that off, that is no zoning. So now if I hover, you can see it's turning off the zoning on this road, which is there and here. But this zoning is on this road. So if I do no zoning there and there, all the zoning goes. There we go. That bit of zoning's still there, but that happens sometimes. You can reverse this just by right-clicking. So I'm going to right-click anywhere, and it's just reversed it. Look, reverse, 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 turn it on, turn it off. So I can change the zoning order. So I put it on here first, and now it's zoning this bit second. Then I can do over here. So that's how it works. Or you can do one side or the other. So let's remove all the zoning first. There we go. Now I'm going to put zoning just on the right side. And that depends on which way you drew the road in. There is no default right side, but here. So that'll be good for that. Then I want zoning on the left over here. There we go. Zoning on the left. Could do with no zoning on this bit there. So we'll take that off. So that's how it works. So there's a bit of maneuvering to get the zoning how you want it. But that's how it works. I don't think we need that there. Oh, that was a power connection, was it? Okay, well, let's just add that in. Actually, I don't think we need it, but I'm going to add it in anyway just to stop any problems. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit of these along here. I don't want them so dense. Maybe let's just go for that. Just sort of some local shops. So this is going to be commercial space, residential on the top. We do have commercial, but we've got no low residential need. I think you need both for that, as you can see. So we'll just let that carry on. Let's go back over here and take a look at what is going on with our block. So people are moving in, which is fine. And they're using this road off of here. So we're going to get a bit of traffic for now, which is okay. And then what I want to do is maybe maneuver these around a bit, because you're just like staring straight in their windows over there. So if we just grab the Move It mod, I'm going to move you all the way down there. And we do have a car park out the front. Actually, I don't want extra zoning popping in. Please don't do that. D-zone. And then I'm just thinking I'm going to move down a little bit. Yeah, I think we'll go with something like that. So, I mean, these people here are looking over the industrial estate, but you've got lovely views beyond. And we'll just sort of go with that, I think. Oh, we've got some other things zoning in. I didn't actually want that. Let's just get rid of the zoning. There we go. And we've got one over there, which we don't want. Let's get rid of that zoning. And we'll get rid of that zoning. So we've got a bit of extra space around, which is fine. Let's get rid of that. Yep, we're okay. That one is complaining of ground pollution. Oh, no. Here we go again, folks. Oh, yeah, okay. So this is pollution from the buildings that were there, but that is going. So, yeah, I'm not going to be too worried about that. Air pollution's okay. All right, that's fine. So we'll go with that. Now, these buildings here, if we actually click on them and have a look, are going to have a lot of people living in them, and they have a little bit of parking, but not much. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is like take this parking here and just sort of bring that straight out the back like so, and then we'll add some walking paths and things so they can get in and out of these areas. Yeah, that'll be good. And we might just do the same over here too, out the back. We'll bring that all the way up to there. Excellent. And add a little walking path. We're going to put some parks and things in here when we do some decorating, but I think overall that should be good. Now the area here, we've got to be careful. This is Thornton Industrial Park still. So what I'm thinking of doing is changing this to Thornton Estates. There we go. Excellent. It's got no schools. It's got nothing else attached to it service-wise. Look at all this traffic. Is there something we can use to help this traffic get in a little bit quicker? Probably if we just... I mean, it's all going to die down when everybody's just moved in, but let's just help out with that. There we go. Oh, yeah, we've got traffic lights. We don't need the traffic lights. We'll get rid of those. Yeah, there we go. You can get moving in quick. We're also going to downgrade that because there's absolutely no point in that little bit of parking there. I'm actually going to change that to this. I'm actually going to change that to that. It needs a bigger road. Yeah, there we go. That's good. So services, let's just make sure we've got that all covered. So health services, we're going to do it this way round. Where is the nearest health centre? Oh man, it's miles away. Absolutely miles away. We've got the hospital over here, which doesn't actually say what it's got. It's got plenty of space, but I'm thinking definitely a local healthcare place would be good. Let's have a doctor's surgery in here. And we could even build that off the back of this road. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this. We're going to take our lane and we're going to come off the back of this car park, straight into there. There we go. So they can walk round. That shouldn't be used as a cut through. And then we can pop that off the side here. There we go. So that's now the doctor's surgery for in here. We are going to select just Thornton Estates, and we'll add Thornton Industrial Park in case it needs it. But I think we should be okay with that. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. What is next on the list? So fire. Where is our nearest fire station? We've got this one over here and that one up there. So we're going to add this one. There we go. Select Thornton Estates. That should be fine. Thank you kindly for your service. Then we've got police, which seems to be struggling a bit. We've got this one here. So it's only got 9 out of 16 patrolling. All right, we're going to add that one in there. I don't know why you're not sorting out that park problem, but we're going to go with that. That's fine. And then it's the schools, of course. We want to make sure. So what's this here? Ruby Rock Elementary has... it's got some space there. So if we can get a nice little connection, that will be good. Although I'm thinking as we expand Teesside, that's going to be used. So this side of this motorway, we could do with another elementary in here. Let us do that. Let's take a look. I mean, we've got the UK ones, the urban primary. Let's come out of that view, which could be good. We've got the suburban primary school, which is pretty huge. I don't really want that in there. We could go with this one over here, opposite the shop. I think that could fit in quite well. It's almost like it's got its own little area there. Yeah, we'll do that. Again, we can add some walking paths and things like that around to get to it. That's fine. That's okay. That's nice and nearby. The nearest high school is... That's a primary school. What's this one up here? Elementary school. I mean, we're getting too far away. Well, I say we're getting too far away. It's okay if we have buses and such. It's all the way up here, isn't it? What's this one here? So that's a college. It's got plenty of spaces. That's a lecture hall. Come on. What's that one there? Technical. Really? Is that... Where is the nearest high school? Is it this one over here? That has got plenty of space. Such a long way away. I'm wondering whether we could fit a nice little high school down here as well. Let's see if we've got a small one. So the UK one is huge. So I don't want to add that. That's far too big. That's far too big. Is there another small one that we could pop in it? I seem to go for these EE ones just because of the quaint size. Or even something like that. That is not a bad looking building. How many are we going to get in there? Student capacity 400. Is that going to be enough for what's in here? Why don't we try it? Let's pop it in. Makes a nice little campus for this area. So we're going to say you are... I'm going to pause. You are only for in here. You are only for in here. We've already got some students that have come in from other places. I'm not quite sure where. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. We can upgrade with a sports park, but that is huge and totally unnecessary for this area. And we've got an extension wing for an extra 100 students if we need. We shall see. And these are just more students, aren't they? Yeah, so we'll see how both of those go as time goes on. And then college is up over here, which is fine. So now it's, oh my goodness, all these people coming in and they're all coming down here. Why don't they come off? If they're coming this way, why don't they come down this road and come in? That is really weird. Well, welcome to City Skyline, where people do weird things, and what can you do about it? I'm going to upgrade all of that so we get 2 lanes coming in and just see whether that helps a bit. And we're also going to do a little bit of Hugo there, right here. Lane connector tool. I want a dedicated left. So I'm going to say, you don't go straight on, but you go there. So now we've got a dedicated left into the school. And that might just mean, and what I do then is pick of this road. And we're going to upgrade that all the way down here, like that. So we got, you can come off the roundabout, go straight on, and then we've got a dedicated left as well. And that's added in traffic lights, which I don't want. We're going to take that away. Let's just see how that goes. Already that traffic is going down, coming from the left, which is good. So then if we head over here, they are now using this road. Yeah, I'm going to do a little upgrade here. We're going to take a standard 4-lane road. Oh, autosave. We'll do that. So that'll automatically give you a dedicated turn there. We're going to take away the traffic lights. We're going to take away those crossings. You can just keep going. And we're going to upgrade this one here as well. There we go. So you've got dedicated left and right at the end, dedicated right up there, but it's not so busy coming that way. So not going to be worried about it. This I'm going to shift along to there because I'm going to add a roundabout in here. Let's see, what can we do? Yeah, let's go with that. So that should help keep that all moving a little bit quicker. And then what we could do here is delete that, take this one and have that go into here instead. Like so. There we go. So that should keep that moving a bit faster. I'm going to delete those crossings right by the roundabout because they can cross a little bit further down. These can cross there. Yeah. So it's going to be busy. Is there traffic lights there? There is. Traffic lights. Stop putting traffic lights everywhere. Oh man, people are walking everywhere. There is loads of people coming in and out of here, which is exactly what we want. What have we got living in here at the moment? Let's have a look. 1,779 residents. That is brilliant. So the more people that move in as well, more money we get. Gated community. I mean, is that gonna... No one's going to be cutting through here anyway, so I'm not too worried. Medical practice, you should be getting called. Whoops, you should be getting called for in here. So I think that's okay for services. And then we want to make sure that we've got, is that traffic up there? Traffic accident. Then we want to make sure we've got access to buses and whatnot. So let's see what options we've got. So in regard to bus routes, we've got this purple line here and we've got a blue line underneath as well, which are lines that are going in and out of the city. So if we could add an EU bus shelter stop, again, don't worry about the trees. We're going to do some decorating in a minute. What I'm going to do is take that up there. Oh, I want that straight. Let's try that again. I'm going to take that up there. Thank you all. And then we're going to add a small, just a small one of those so the buses can turn around there. We've still not got these shops growing in. A little bit odd, but never mind. Then we can add a bus shelter right here. So that's going to be outside these shops, outside these buildings here. So if it came down there, what I want it to do is go in, turn around and come out again. We are going to add... Nope. Yes. We're going to add... Again, this is just for the buses. There we go. So we're going to add a stop along... Oh, we can't add stops on these roads, can we? Can I upgrade that? Oh, can I just not upgrade just this little bit here? Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Ah, okay. How about if I upgrade that? Just thinking here. Add this stop here. And then, of course, we can add walking paths and things. Please don't do weird things. That's a weird thing. We'll have a look at that. Walking paths like that. So the buses is out the way. How is the bus getting down there? I mean, could add that. We could turn around. I don't know whether I'm overcomplicating things here. let's just see if we can pick a pick of this. Can I bring that straight through there without it being a problem? I'm going to curve this around. We're going to upgrade that. Yeah, we're going to pick a pick of this. We're going to curve it around into here. Like that. Yeah. Just wondered, something like that. Just sort of adds a bit of visual interest to it. Keeps the buses off the main road. I think that should be okay. I am going to take the traffic lights off there that it keeps adding. We're going to take those crossings off. You can cross down here. Yeah, let's try something like that. Okay, let's grab our bus lines. I'm probably going to bring... where are you going? You are now coming round this way and crossing all over the place, aren't you? Okay, let's do that first. And then this one down here. Oh, I should do the other side of the road. Or should I? Yeah, we'll do this side of the road here. So that's fine, because what we can do then is move that, stick that there. There we go. And then we grab that and put it into there. Excellent. And then this we can drag to go up and around here. There we go. Excellent. So that's going to use that and not cross over. This is doing that. That's fine. That's not crossing over. And it's going back over here instead of going up the top. So if we just drag that one back up there, it's not crossing over at all. Excellent. Then I'm going to do the same with the purple one. Oh, the purple one's going up there already. That was the blue one again. Okay, that's fine. Yep, excellent. And we seem to have a couple of other ones down here as well. So any that are coming down here, I think I'm just going to connect them up because why not? More options to get around more places. We might end up having another bus stop down here. I'm going to see how busy it gets. Yeah, we'll take that one under advisement, as they say. And there's another one. That's going to be the last one. Okay. I'm just thinking whether I'm going to make it turn around and actually come back this way rather than cut through the car park. I think that is actually a better idea, isn't it? Like this. Yeah, there we go. We'll keep that car park free. That's a good idea. There we go. Excellent. So now we've got a load of buses coming down here to give these lovely people access to the greater, wider world and all the little bus hubs along the way that we built at other points so they can get to other places in the city. Excellent. Okay, well, I think the next thing then is to do a little detailing time lapse of our new Thornton estates, and hopefully the ground pollution will go down by the time we finished. So, did we succeed at our challenge? Well, pollution was drastically reduced, so much so that the land was repurposed to house 1,771 more residents, along with their dogs. Plus, we transitioned from really dirty energy to greener power with the implementation of solar energy farms, which also had the benefit of boosting our coffers by quite a few 100,000s per month. So much money. The big question, did we go nuclear? Well, there was no need. I would call that a huge success all round. If you enjoyed today's build, a thumbs up would be fantastic of you. And as always, a huge heartfelt thank you to all of the patrons. You can see their names scrolling up the screen right now. We are just a couple of episodes into the brand new Timberborn series that has started over on Patreon. So if you want to check that out, head on over there. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I'll see you all very soon for some more Kettlewick.